All right, guys, I'm Brent Rogo with Driven Nutrition. I'm here with Jason, one of the owners of Driven Nutrition, as well as Justin Olds. He is the owner of JOMO CrossFit here outside of Joplin, Missouri. Fellas, how we doing?
Good. Excited to be here.
Awesome. Well, the reason we're here today, guys, is we just want to talk a little bit about it. Justin, you are one of our affiliates with the Driven program. So we just want to kind of get to know you a little bit. Talk a little bit about how Driven was brought to your box and kind of go from there. So to get things started, I'll let you kind of talk a little bit about how you found Driven and kind of how that relationship kind of started.
Okay. I think the first time I found Driven was in 2014. We were getting ready to host our first competition ever, and I was reaching out to companies in the Midwest that were just involved in the CrossFit community. And I was looking for sponsors, and I called Jason, and I think we talked on the phone for like 2 hours that day, just about everything, because we had a lot of things in common from our past, and we've been with Driven Nutrition ever since then.
And Jason, now for you, what's exciting about that conversation? You got a new guy, potentially calling just about a competition, but now you're able to turn that into an affiliate. How did that conversation go for you?
I was really excited because when I talked to Justin, they had a very well-run gym. The conversation not only went to would we be a sponsor, but we wanted to find out more about what we were in terms of, it gave me the opportunity to explain we are affiliate exclusive. We're not carried at local supplement stores. And I think that just having that frank and open conversation really opened my eyes to how open the community was going to be to the opportunity of being able to carry a supplement line like Driven. And at the time, we were really in our infancy. I think we had maybe 15 SKUs total. Now we're up over 35, 36. So, it's one of the reasons I'm really stoked to sit here, have this conversation, kind of flesh out some of how Justin and Lindsay have been able to build their gym here.
Cool. And right now we are in JOMO CrossFit, and we're kind of sitting right now in the pro shop area. How has this kind of evolved? You talked about a little bit with me as far as your evolution as a gym. You guys, this is your third building, I believe.
Yeah.
So talk a little bit about the process of now how you've gotten to this pro shop level.
We opened our gym in 2012 in a tiny dump truck garage for about a year, and then we moved into our second location. Going into our second year, we were there for about a year and a half. Then we moved into the location that we're at now. But all of those things led to, CrossFit's growing so fast that, gyms are always looking for a way to offer the best service they can, because at some point, the cream's going to rise to the top, and we have to be able to offer the best service around that we can to our members. And so that kind of played hand in hand, and whenever we decided to start carrying Driven long term, we wanted to be the first box around to be able to offer that to our members. And then we really just grew from there. I think, like you said, we only carried like 3 or 4 bottles, just off in a quarter by themselves, starting 2.5 years ago, almost 3 years ago, when we started carrying supplements in our gym. Is that right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And then back in, it just kind of slowly grew from there, because it's something that I think the athletes and the members of the gyms are looking for, because everybody's used to going into another supplement store, and they don't really know what the person they're talking to, if they're telling them the truth or what they're being. So they come here and they know that I'm going to be honest with them, my coaches are going to be honest with them, and they see all of our members taking the same thing. So it just gives them a way to be confident in the supplements that they're taking.
And so Jason, for you as the business owner of Driven, what excites you about helping him then as a business owner? How does that relationship work? How does that excite you, and how do you kind of make that work for you?
Well, being able to help him from the member standpoint was really great, because it was kind of a blending of both worlds, where if the coaches believe in the products and they take the products and they love what they take, they don't have to sell anything. And that's one of the biggest apprehensions that we see in boxes over and over again is, well, I don't want to be a salesperson, I don't want to sell this. You don't have to. And that's one of the things I really worked with Justin and everybody on, is But take the products, try them. If you like them, offer them to your members. If you don't. Let them know what you didn't like about it. Just be upfront and honest. And then letting that grow from a business unit, not just from the standpoint of, okay, these are going to make our athletes bigger, stronger, faster, but from a business standpoint, it's going to shore up a lot of some holes that a lot of gyms have. Of, like Justin said, the cream rises to the top. You can only push numbers so far, depending on your community size. Even big communities, there's going to be a cap. So if you're going to grow, how do you do that? Part of that is by introducing supplements, other drinks, water, that type of thing, establishing retail as part of your business. And that's one thing that Justin and I were able to work with together, hand in hand.
Cool. And one thing I see, Justin, is you have stock available right here for your members. So I'll let kind of both of you touch a little bit on this. What's the benefits to having the stock available? What's the idea behind that? And what's the pluses and maybe the minuses about having that? Justin, we'll start with you now.
Whenever we first started talking about me carrying the supplements here, the first thing he told me is, the more you have in stock, the more you're going to sell. But ultimately, I wasn't comfortable spending a lot of money up front to buy just a bunch of supplements to see, I wasn't sure about the investment. I was sure about the products because I tried them, we had some here, but as far as just putting up, the investment to, to fill a shelf or fill shelves, whatever, I'm a businessman, I have to take care of my business, I have to take care of my members, I wanted to make sure that I was making the right decision. So I started off really slow, just carrying a couple of products, and then if it would sell, I would always order more, or people would come to me and say, hey, I want this, and I would order it if I didn't have it, which was most of the time I didn't have it. But Jason kept telling me, the more you keep in stock, the better you're going to be able to, service you're going to be offering your members, they won't have to wait, and you're going to sell way more. Because it's constantly going to be on people's minds when they see it on the shelves. But I didn't listen for a long time. So we sold a lot of products because the people really liked them, but it didn't really start to grow until I started to expand the amount of stock that I had. And once I did that and I started carrying more, keeping it in stock and filling our shelves, it was selling as fast as we could get it in.
So go ahead and touch on that some more, man. What else?
Funny story. Justin and I were actually talking this morning, and I need to dig up the pictures, but he sent me. Our first banner we sent out was this little 2x3 banner. He sent me because it looked so cool. He sent me, and on the shelf were 3 products. And I said, you need to get some more stock, man. You'll sell more. He goes, well, those are empty. I was like, oh no.
Yep.
No, you got to bring in some stock. And really, it's having those conversations early on together has helped me work with other gyms, because I'm able to tell them confidently, like, we've seen this go from having no products on the shelves to playing the pre-order game.
Yep.
The tough thing is with the pre-order game is if you only order in what people have purchased, then you can only turn inventory so many times. From a retail standpoint, it comes down to turning units. How many units can you turn and how fast? And there's an old adage in retail, stack it high, watch it fly. And it does lend true. One of the things that you guys did, you guys crept along, built it up, and used some of your profits from the product to build up your inventory, which is a perfect model for gyms that are either cash strapped, they don't have the outlay to invest, a couple $100 or even a couple $1,000 in some cases. So they turn that inventory, and as they do that, it allows them to build up their inventory and then increase their offerings to the members, which is a really simple model to follow.
Cool. So let's transition now into how this has helped your business grow. I mean, like you said, you're on your 3rd building now. You have a beautiful pro shop here. How has Driven in particular been able to kind of take your business to the next level?
I mean, like I said, we started off very small, carrying just a couple of products, not really trying to make a whole lot of money off of it, just wanting to be able to offer a great service to our members, because, like I said, when you go other places, you never know if you're getting the truth or if somebody's just trying to sell you something. So that's where it started. But the more we sold, the more we were able to see the the good benefits for our business as well, and how it allowed us to, you know, buy some new equipment, buy some, you know, start carrying more stock so that we could sell it to more members. Just a lot of small things that get overlooked, we were able to do. Sometimes you have to hold back on things, you know, until you have the money. This allowed us just that cushion to where if we needed something, we weren't so scared to go out and buy it or go out and take the risk that maybe we wouldn't have before. So it made us just a little bit more comfortable in making decisions towards, you know, things that we thought would benefit us immediately, rather than just being like, well, that would be awesome, but we really can't afford it right now. It just gave us that little extra cushion that we probably wouldn't have had otherwise.
So open-ended to either of you guys, you know, if you were talking to a new affiliate, they're joining a program, they're becoming a Driven affiliate, what would you tell them? What would you suggest to them here right out the gate? Brand new.
Rock, paper, scissors, see who goes.
Yeah. You know, I'm just gonna go first. I would say if it's something that you know you want to do, if you want to be able to offer this as a service to your member so that they're coming to you for the good information, for the great products, for all of those things, rather than going outside of your gym, for one, it's going to instill some more trust in you from your members. But I would say exactly what he told me in the beginning. And I'm not trying to sell anything or whatever, but it is smart to go higher on, you know, buy more in the beginning than you think you should, because you will sell it faster than you think. And that's just going to give you more money up front to purchase more, which in turn is a larger investment, or a larger return on your investment. So test the waters, whatever, but the bigger step you take, the bigger return you're going to have. It took me 2 years to figure that out. And you know, that's what grew into me having a whole pro shop now. Because once I started investing more, I started getting more in return, and now it's turned into something that I never would have dreamed of 3 years ago.
Cool. Anything else to add to that?
Yes, and this is a conversation that actually has evolved from our workings, like a lot of my relationships with affiliates. One of the things that we've done now is, as people, if they do dip their toe in the water, let's say for example, a gym starts with anywhere between 4 items to 50 items. We'll actually take a photo of it, and let's say Brent was opening up a gym, or you're opening up a gym. I'll take a picture of it as we're packing it up. Now you have the convenience of being one-day ship.
Right.
Most of them are 2. I'll snap a picture of it, send it to you, and say, here you go, Justin. Here's a picture of the products you've got coming. And we'll provide some type of text, something to the effect of, guys, we're really pumped to be working with Driven Nutrition. We've got a handful of products coming. It is a very limited supply. Stop by the front desk, and we have a list of what's available. What we're finding, and it works hand
Hand in hand.
Yeah, it works time and time again, to where when people get that order, most of what they ordered is pre-sold. So boom, they're going back to retail is about turning over your inventory. You can turn that inventory over fast at an early stage before your investment is real heavy. So that allows you to build that pro shop and bring it in and build a strong retail really, really fast.
So we're talking before it even hits the shelves, it's already out the door.
It's not uncommon at all to see a lot of gyms on Monday, they'll order. I'll send a text along with some verbiage. Okay, post this up. They'll post it up on Wednesday, because you know most of the stuff is 2-day ships. On Wednesday, the product will land. I'll see another order by 1 or 2 o'clock, because the people that went to the front desk said, hey, you know, I saw you've got some grape amino. I saw you got some chocolate milkshake protein. I'd like to get that. Boom, they check it off the list, and then come Monday, product lands, people pay for it, and then they reorder. That allows them to grow from whether it's 4 items to 50 items to double, to triple, to increase over a very short period of time without having a huge investment up front. Similar to what we did.
Absolutely.
Cool.